live, so you should probably stop telling people about the time that you killed a cop.
And we're live, so you should probably stop.
Oh,
And
shit,
someone
I'm hearing
has to-
echoes.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that's because I had my volume on just to double check.
Mhm.
And I woke up and the music was fine first, and I woke up and I was like, and I've worked in a dairy farm, I've worked in a nursing homes, I've been around a lot of bad smells. This was bad. And I'm like, what the heck is that smell? And they're like, oh, that's Gary, Indiana.
Yeah. Indiana smells like poo.
Yeah.
Did John Brockman? Did you send the
I just sent the link out to the patrons. Yes.
Okay, cool.
But we'll
Mr.
do
I
it again
can
next
send-
week because
Yeah.
I've had a rough time of it, and they deserve a special treat. And
Well, also-
honestly, I want to hang out with Joe.
Yeah, Joe McClory, you can't be able
And
to
Elle.
because
Ely.
Ely, yes, yeah, exactly. So Mithril, this is kind of like a one of two makeup Patreon shows. So if you need me to send you to a Zoom link to you on email, I can do that as well too. And
Izzy Isaiah.
everyone's here. Yes. How is everyone doing? Relatively
What's
speaking.
up, Isaiah?
Good. Hey, Siobhan.
I hope you're not still stuck with meth heads.
What?
No, I'm not.
He used to have bad roommates.
Yes.
Yeah, they used to do meth stuff. I don't have
His
that
roommates used to do meth stuff. Police, he does not do meth stuff.
Only THC. That's as bad as I got. But
Is that if that's not legal in Florida, you shouldn't say it.
I think it is. It had become legal in Florida.
Okay. So Rhonda
but-
Sandwich hasn't ruined it.
I bought it at a smoke shop that's right by my job. So
Okay. So if you're not buying it from a dude who's living in an unfurnished apartment with a futon with a really young girlfriend that is really
And it has a
high,
lot
then
of
it's probably
candles
okay.
because and has a lot of candles because his power got shut off.
no. The meth thing. This isn't meth. This is
No, pot dealers can be sketch as
I know
hell.
pot. He was talking about pot.
Uh,
Although it's
if
probably
you've ever
like
bought pot, then you know the 45-year-old guy with a 19-year-old girlfriend who doesn't say much, sitting on his futon.
Mhm. The guy doesn't say much, and the girl doesn't say much.
The girl doesn't say much. He says a lot because he's stoned in a different way.
Yes, exactly.
Oh lordy.
So it's been a while.
Yeah, I've had a rough couple of weeks. I've been trying to save up for a new set of tires so that I could keep driving, so that I could keep paying bills. And tires are expensive, and that meant working a lot. And then my brother bought home a puppy.
Oh yes.
Yay, puppy.
The puppy was it was a whippet.
I like kitties more.
You'd be good.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But he was an adorable nightmare, and we had to give him up.
Mm.
Because whoever had him first did the opposite of potty training.
Oh.
Yeah, locked him in a crate, and he just laid in his own filth. You could tell by the rash on his chest and tummy.
Oh.
So he just, wherever he was, he would go, which meant he would jump up on the bed and then pee on me several times. I did a lot of laundry. We had him less than 5 days, and I did like 3 loads of laundry. And then he got diarrhea.
Oh.
And then there was blood in it.
Oh no.
Oh God.
And given that I have my own bills, and we already have a dog who's really old, and who's going to need to pay bills, we're going to need to pay bills for him. So we decided to give him up to a shelter.
Right.
Hey, Mithril.
That's
We got lucky when when my ex-boyfriend and I were living in LA.
Yes. No, Metro, I can't
our-
hear you. Metro, make sure your mic is the Zoom is picking up the correct mic. It's been a while, so
But we don't need to hear a colonizer anyway. Siobhan.
Anyway, let me yak for a second, and then they can. Do
Oh,
whatever.
we're going to let you talk. That would be different.
Yeah, it would be different. I don't ever talk. But they found him on the story that I got was that they found him on the streets of LA about 4 months old, just wandering around Okay, like he's cool,
You
he's
can do
bad,
that.
owns the whole LA.
We have 3 stray cats in
And
my
so they
apartment
took him into the
complex.
shelter, and volunteers trained him, potty trained him, crate trained him, all kinds of stuff like that. And we got him when he was about 10 months old, and absolutely adored him. His name was Adam, which is Hebrew for red, because he had kind of a reddish fur. At this time, I was a kosher Sephardic Jew. And
were you a Zionist Sephardic Jew?
no.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
And I've never been a Zionist and never will be a Zionist. But so I went up to like different dogs, and the one I like big dogs. Okay, so the one
I
was
like
a rot.
big dogs and cannot lie.
The one was a rot and a pit bull mix. Okay, and so I put my hand up to the fence because they had a chain link fence. I put my hand up to the fence like this, just my fingers flat.
Yeah.
So he could smell it. He smelled it, but he's real timid. And if it had been just Ben and I, like living alone, nobody else around, but there were a lot of people that had kids in that apartment complex, and I didn't want to take the chance of him freaking out
if he's aggressive,
ran up on him or whatever. So we got Adam. He was German Shepherd, Chow, and Coyote.
Ooh, there's a coyote living in the airport, right across the street from me.
When we gave him,
You can hear us now.
drinking 3 cups of espresso because he would bounce around the house for a while, and with his fur and everything, he looked like a hyena, pretty much, shoulders up.
The big old shoulders.
Absolutely wonderful dog. Had the pink and purple spotted tongue of a chow and whatever.
Oh, you can hear me now, can you?
Yes, we can.
Brilliant.
And you no longer have grandbaby with you, but you can understand adorable messes.
Oh God, yeah.
Pissing and shitting all over the place.
Yeah, well, it took a while for our dog to get used to it, but we got used to it eventually.
But yeah.
Oh well, no, he's still here. He's still lurking around. But he's
is he getting ready to get the training?
Oh God, yeah, definitely. Thank goodness.
But it'll still be another 5 years before he learns how to wipe his own ass. Or she. Babies are indescribable or indeterminate. God damn it!
If he's got autism, according to RFK, he'll never learn to wipe his ass.
Oh God! Oh my
God! That's
Sorry,
right.
but
I will never be a functional member of society. I will never learn to wipe my own ass. Fuck RFK. I will. Hey, because if anyone wants to buy a high-powered bleep. God damn it!
It's so funny coming from.
Good evening, Ellie.
Like he's about to have a heart attack in 5 seconds.
Yeah.
Apparently he had a brain worm. He killed a bear in Central Park. He fucking blew up a whale, cut its head off, and put it on the top of his car. He's a fucking nightmare.
I mean, even his larynx is
because
trying to
the way they
reject him.
the way they first put that story forth in the media, they didn't give all of the context or the details. What a surprise!
Yeah.
They just said he took the head home on the hood of his car or on the top of his car.
His daughter was in the back seat and the windows were open.
Okay, that's all that they said at the time. So I thought, okay, well, shit, I'm a redneck. You know how many deer I've taken home on the top of my car? And then they started talking about the dynamite and his kid and whatever. I was like, oh, no, we ain't doing all that.
He ain't no redneck. He's just a fucking psycho.
He's just a
hillbilly will take food home off the side of the road, but this guy's a fucking nightmare.
To his hawk. He had like dead meat in his dorm room at one point, if I remember correctly. He's just like,
this guy must be riddled with tapeworms. He's insane because he has rabies. What the fuck is wrong with this motherfucker? Hey,
he also went swimming in LL Jordan. Welcome me.
God, yeah, he went.
He swam in the pool or stream or something like that. That's that has connected to sewage or something like that. Or has
it's got everything. It's got everything in there. It's got
sewage is natural, ain't it?
If only he had been bitten by a bat and didn't get the vaccine until after he got symptoms.
One of those parasites that crawl into your junk and kill you that way.
Oh, you mean the fish penis? The penis fish?
Yes.
That's the thing about
brilliant.
Rabies. That's the thing about rabies. If you wait until you get bit by something that you think is rabid, and you wait until you have symptoms, survived.
You're fucked.
Yeah.
In the
But the
entire
thing is,
history
this
of
guy
the
doesn't
United
have
States,
symptoms of rabies. He has
there's only
symptoms
been
of
19
fucking
people that
stupid.
have survived
Oh, I don't know about
from
that.
a rabies
John.
bite that they got, the vaccinations after or treatment after they got bit and after they showed symptoms. Only 19 people survived.
I'd say he comes across as pretty rabid.
The thing about rabies
And he has
is you
the
just
fucking
run
gall
around
to sit
frothing
there
at the
and
mouth
say
and biting things.
during a news conference or whatever,
And
people shouldn't listen to me. Well, then why the fuck are you in that position?
I was like, you are the chief medical advisory of the entire country, yet you don't know what the fuck is going on?
I bet he was
That's-
saying people should not
It's
listen to me. They should listen
weaponized.
to
It's
Dr. Oz.
malicious
But-
incompetence.
but
The
God,
entire Trump regime, not administration, regime,
Yes.
is
Yes,
weaponized, malicious
But
incompetence.
somehow autistic people are the problem, though.
Because you can't pay taxes.
The first people to be systematically
Wish I didn't have to
exterminated
pay
by the
taxes
Nazis
just
were the
because I'm
disabled.
autistic.
Yeah. What did you say,
Before,
Joey?
that if you look at everything that Trump does, every single thing he does, every single thing he's done on the campaign trail, when he got into office, up to now, if you look at that and realize that every single thing he does, including supporting Elon and whatever else,
Mhm.
has been with two goals in mind: to enrich himself and others, and
Yep.
to completely destroy the infrastructure, societal
God damn it.
safety nets, whatever, in this country, to completely destroy everything. Everything he does makes sense.
Yeah.
it was very odd. I was thinking about it. I was.
And also, he's
Okay.
a fascist, and so are all of his friends.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I mean, it's unusual because the US is such a large single country
Yeah.
that
Mhm.
in
We're the size of
compared.
Mhm.
Yeah, well, exactly. And Europe is made up of 60 odd small countries.
Yeah.
You would
Because
imagine
you're
that there
divided
would
up
have
by
been
all those stupid mountains and rivers, and also ancient
You've got
enmity
stupid
and racism.
mountains.
There's a lot of odd people over there.
We have two mountain
Appalachia.
ranges, and they are easily overcome by penises.
We have many smaller mountain ranges as well too. They're just mountain ranges directly in just California. I am Washington State, where the
I mean,
Cascade
okay.
Mountains are. Yes, it's not just the Rocky Mountains in Appalachia.
Let's not forget, most of your mountains actually are mountains. What we call mountains are really,
Just
you know,
really
Our
small
Appalachians are small and
they are
tame.
pimples.
They're
But
land
our
pimples.
Rockies
I
are
love
big,
Yeah.
and then we got the titties. Sorry, the Tetons.
A
Yeah.
lot of them are a lot of them are volcanoes.
Oh yeah,
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 yep,
definitely in
yep.
Washington State. Yeah, volcanoes as well.
Washington State.
Well,
Yeah,
that's
bring the
geology.
fire.
You can't help that. But
Oh yeah, we can't. We're just
No,
there are
we
like,
can help it. We can blame it on brown people. Brown people cause volcanoes.
right, okay.
I don't know how, but they do. Joey, apologize
Let
for
me-
volcanoes.
yeah,
All right,
you
Steve.
see, you
All
see
right, Stephen
Moana.
Miller.
I know brown people call because.
The stream, so
Oh
Dante-
God,
Dante's Peak. I have actually heard of that movie.
yes,
I've
I don't
no
know what
idea
it's
what
about.
it's
I don't
about.
know anything about it.
it's a volcano
I've heard
movie,
it.
just a disaster movie
Okay.
with volcano.
Okay, that makes
It's a more realistic.
makes sense why Izzy would be watching that.
no,
Yeah, yeah.
so you got Dante's Peak, and you got Dante's Peak, then you got Volcano.
Yes,
volcano-
they both came
Volcano
out.
or
Los
silly one.
Angeles, right?
Yes, yes, yes. The volcano is like, what if there's a volcano right underneath Los Angeles, and how would
There
that, would
is
that
no
happen?
volcano under Los Angeles. There's a volcano under Wyoming. God.
Oh
And
yes.
then at the
No,
end,
that-
at the end of the movie, they called it Mount
Oh sure,
Wilshire. Yeah.
yeah.
But it was even funny to me. There's the one scene in there where the guys, like the subway car, is trapped by lava, and the people that are supposedly heroes, like, oh my God, we're gonna die, and they all jump out, but the lava's still coming. So this one guy sacrifices himself to like carry somebody and throw them out, and he's walking across the lava, and as he's walking, it's eating away at him, and he's getting shorter and shorter and shorter.
I mean, the thing is that's not what would happen.
Yeah.
Because lava
Of course
is
it
molten
isn't.
rock, so he would walk and burn on top of the thing, and
Yes.
then he would
Of
collapse
course.
and on top of the thing.
Right.
I hate how
I-
Hollywood is so unrealistic.
No, it's just
Oh, don't get me started on Armageddon.
that's most interesting.
Oh my God, Bruce Willis as a person? Oh my God, no. Bruce Willis is not a human being.
What
I
about,
could spend hours on Armageddon.
what about the
Or-
core? The
The
core.
core.
Ben Affleck.
Oh my God.
Ben Affleck is actually kind of a sweetheart.
Well, actually, no. The Ben Affleck's not in the core. Is Aaron Eckhart? That's in
No,
the
I know.
core.
No, I was talking about the Armageddon. No, the
Armageddon. Yes, that's
Yeah.
Jason Bourne movie.
Yeah,
Yes.
I don't know anything about him as far as a person. I don't pay much attention to too much celebrity crap. But I was talking with Indigenous earlier of how disappointed I was at Nick Frost and Simon Pegg. They can go fuck themselves.
Oh yeah.
oh
Mhm.
what did the oh no what
Well, so first of all, Nick Pegg.
Nick Frost, Simon Pegg, they're the guys from the
Simon
Cornetto movies.
Pegg, who the first time I saw the two of them was in Hot Fuzz, and I absolutely
yeah.
loved that movie.
The Hot Fuzz
That is
good,
such a
yes.
wonderful takedown of cop movies. They don't
Yes.
kill anyone. in that
But
movie.
Simon Pegg has been revealed, I guess, whatever,
To
to
be
be a complete asshole to his fellow actors and the
Oh, no.
producers and whatever.
I hate police.
The other is that Nick Frost was picked for a part. When he said he's accepted the part, a lot of people, asked him why or urged him to turn it down, and he didn't. Or Hagrid in the new Harry Potter series.
Yep.
But
Yeah,
so he turned it down, but he did not turn it down.
No. People asked him to turn it down. He said, "No, I'm not turning it down."
Oh.
And then John Lithgow also is in it.
Yep.
As I
John-
think
wait.
Dumbledore.
Did you say John Lithgow?
Yes.
Yes.
John Lithgow is also is going to be in the upcoming Harry Potter.
Well, he was the bad guy in
And then he
Footloose.
said-
You
and
might
then
as
he
well be the
said,
bad guy in
well,
Harry Potter.
No, she's got her opinion, and we just need some nuance on it. No, fuck you.
No. How?
Well, he's
No.
really old, so he's gonna die soon. So fuck him.
Yeah, we need nuance on
Well-
bigotry now.
But same for like
Yeah.
John Cleese.
Well, I mean,
I
there's
absolutely love John
different
Cleese's
shades
voice,
of
and I love
abuse.
Monty Python, and he can die in a fire as far as I'm
John Cheese.
Oh, you just ruined the Cornetto movies. I am so disappointed. As a white man, I am upset with you for ruining something I liked by telling me that the people involved in it were horrible.
Oh, you need to tell me more of what you like, because I could probably ruin about 90% of it.
I mean, I already I found out that the lead singer of Disturb is like a Zionist, and so like
Who is?
he's the lead singer of Disturb.
David Draymond, yeah.
David Draymond, pro Zionist.
I don't know who Disturbed are. I may or may not have heard their music.
You don't know who Disturbed are?
Stupefied.
I often recognize music without knowing who the fuck has sung it.
They did a cover of Land of Confusion, but yeah, they're a rock band, power of rock band. One of the most
Out of
popular
Seattle?
metal bands. No, they're from Chicago, I believe.
Yeah.
And where the
Oh,
new
then
Pope
maybe
is
not.
from?
Semi-interesting, probably not at all fact, but my ex-boyfriend went to school with David Draymond. David was 2
Oh, we're name dropping now?
or 3 years. No, if I was going to do that, I'd be in Al Frankovich's video tacky. He was 2 or 3 years behind him, and they both sang as cantors, both Jewish.
Okay.
So J.D. Vance met with the
Yes.
Pope, and the
And then the
Pope
Pope died.
was so embarrassed by meeting J.D. Vance that he died.
Did he meet the new one?
I don't know if he has met the new one. That should.
I don't know if
Pope.
we do. Do we have a new one? I haven't heard that.
We do.
Yeah.
I've
Yeah,
been
you
so
do.
fucking busy and so fucking tired. I have no fucking
He's,
clue. We have a new
Yeah,
Pope?
we have.
And the
Apparently,
media went out gaga over him because he's anti-Trump and he's anti-JD Vance and he's
Yeah.
anti-GOP.
Oh
And
my
then
God, that
more
means
shit
he's
comes
woke.
out.
Does that mean
They're
that they're
like-
going to finally give up all the
That's
Nazi
exactly
gold?
what Laura Loomer said. She called him woke. That's exactly what she said.
They
And
called
And then we
Francis
find out that
woke.
he's anti-trans and he's anti-queer and he's pro-forced birth.
Like,
So
Yes.
ever since Francis died.
Because he's a Catholic.
Yes.
There you go.
Yeah,
Ever since Francis died, they have been canonizing that piece of shit, trying to claim
Yes.
that he was the most amazing guy ever. Like, the motherfucker learned an anti-gay slur in a foreign language and used it multiple times in multiple conversations. Like, I don't know how to say the F word in French.
the
Well,
F.
okay, no. I know how to say the F word in French. I don't know how they say the F slur in French. Ni ta mère. But, I mean, like, this motherfucker, he was such a conservative piece of shit. He just said, hey, maybe gay people won't burn in hell if they don't do gay shit. If they live,
Yeah.
like me,
Well,
a perpetual
it's okay,
fucking
yeah,
virgin.
it's okay to be married if you're gay as long as you don't touch each other or do anything gay.
No,
No
he didn't
sodomy,
even say
okay.
that. He said that The Catholic Church never allowed gay marriage.
Right.
It was just okay to be gay as long as you don't do gay.
And by the it's funny that like
And
all the
this new and improved Pope with XB17
yes.
also hit a lot of pedophile priests.
Yep,
Of course he did. They all do. Because it's more important to protect the institution than it is protect the people.
Because, like they said,
rid of
it's
authority.
the Catholic Church.
Anarchy.
yeah, exactly. So it's like the new Pope, Chicago Pope, because he actually is from Chicago and it's
Oh
American.
my God! Oh no, so he's going to be giving
So
blessings.
if he's a Chicago Pope, do we have an MLA Pope?
Maybe
Pope Leo. Oh, another
yes,
Leo.
Pope Leo the 14th. Yes, another Leo. Yes, I agree, Jojo P. All popes are just like trashy.
All popes are trash because they're Catholics.
Yes.
No. I shouldn't. They're trash because they're part of the authority. No, they're trash because they're Catholic.
As atheists, pay so much attention to this man. It's like
Because he has so much authority, we have to. For the same reason Europeans have to pay attention to the fucking president.
We don't really.
But
I
Why the fuck would someone in England have to care about Trump? Same reason.
Because he's got some fucking golf courses here, that's why.
And have to make trade deals.
Get the fuck Trump! But, I mean, if someone has power and influence, you gotta pay attention to him, even if he's a fucking douchebag.
Unfortunately, it's world news wherein like Qatar gave Trump a $400 million airplane, a palace in the sky.
Apparently not.
But
They've decided not to give it to him.
JJP. Sorry.
As an airplane nerd, can I have the other Air Force One? Because I think that's the most beautiful plane ever made.
Sure, why not?
I just look at I love that blue paint scheme.
When the revolution happens, we will give you all the airplanes.
Yes.
Oh,
Meanwhile, I will play with trains. I don't
want an
have to have a
airplane.
train set.
I don't want an airplane. What I want is a fully researched, fully stocked, and you can send other. What's the word I'm looking for? Habitats / stock ahead of time, and it can be a one-way trip. Send me to Mars, motherfucker. I'll go.
I was thinking that we were just going to put Elon Musk and all those fanboys in a crate and then send them on a crash course.
Yeah.
If I can do that, I'd send them to Venus. It's a lot easier because you can just throw them out there, and the sun's gravity will pull them in eventually.
Geek, I will allow the sharing.
900 degrees Fahrenheit.
We had fun this week in the UK.
Funness?
Well, fun. Our beloved Prime Minister decided that this week was a great opportunity to deliver a speech on immigration, and he used the words that were used by a man called Enoch Powell in 1967. He made an infamous Rivers of Blood speech. It's called the Rivers of Blood because it referred to Tacitus, I think, writing about the fall of Rome or something like that. And
no, it was probably Shakespeare talking about
no, it wasn't. No,
hands.
it was Tacitus, I think. I can't remember which one it was. But it wasn't Shakespeare. It was an actual Roman.
No, I was talking about Shakespeare writing all absolute shit with.
So he wrote. So, Starmer turned around and said, "The people, English people, are now strangers in their own land," and the entire media spent the whole of the week pointing out that this was Enoch Powellian fascism, effectively.
Yeah.
And he sat there wiggling his eyebrows and pretending to be surprised that he'd said it, and anybody had dared to misinterpret it so awfully.
Oh my God! How the media misinterpreted it so awfully. The what great replacement rhetoric that was
exactly. Yeah.
So Enoch Powell was basically the opposite of a black person, right?
He was about as opposite as you can be, yes.
The only thing I know about Enoch Powell is a Monty Python sketch that referenced him.
Anyway, I'm now going to share my screen. I was shared this video, 2 videos, and I'm gonna make you all suffer as well too. So here we go. Can you all see that?
Oh,
Okay.
that is a
Oh,
Republican.
God.
Okay, well, I was.
Why socialism sucks in theory and practice. Okay, yep, that's
It's
a
only
Republican.
2.5 minutes, so yes.
Why?
Be ready to pause so that we can vomit.
Let's hear what
Yes. All right, let's do this.
Oh, we can't hear the audio. Shit.
Oh, really? You cannot? Okay.
That's
Hold
okay. It's
on,
got
let
closed
me,
caption.
advanced
I
sharing
did turn on the
options.
closed call after this. Oh wait. Okay, yeah. Okay. I forgot to click the thing to share sound. Okay. Let's
It
go.
broke it.
Sure, socialism
Okay, here
has had
now.
its problems,
Yep,
but
we
it's
can hear
still a great theory. Well, actually, I think it sucks as a theory.
How dare you?
I'm Nick Freitas, and this is the Y Minutes, where we challenge the popular
Oh
narratives
my
of our
god, that
whenever
is
we talk
such a
about socialism,
Norwegian
the first thing
name.
that we have to do is define our term, because there is a lot of discussion about what exactly
And then it
socialism
looked like it was
is.
AI.
But it's
I
important
read
to
it.
point out that words
Okay,
have meaning,
I just want
at
to
least in
punch him.
children. And in order for something to be
Yeah.
truly socialist, then it has to incorporate this concept. Socialism is a system or condition of society
Looks like
in which the means of
conservative
production are
Adam
owned and controlled by the state.
What?
Pause it.
No.
Was that Ely?
No, I said
No.
he looks like a conservative version of Adam Conover.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Except Adam Conover is actually more Norwegian than he is. Oh man, they can't even come up with a good Aryan Conover.
Yes. All right.
A system or condition of
yeah.
society in which the means of production are owned by the. That's
What the hell
true.
does that mean? Well, under socialism, you can
Well,
still.
Yes, I do. I do agree that is what is socialism.
That is
What-
socialism. The means of
the means of-
production, yeah. You can still
either
own
by
your own
state or-
toothbrush or pair of shoes. He's actually doing a good definition of socialism here.
So
You do
far,
get
yeah,
to
yeah.
own your
In the
toothbrush or
first
your
sentence.
shoes.
Jews,
In the first
or some other
sentence.
sort of good, but you are not permitted to have private ownership of the very capital which is needed to produce those goods and services.
No!
That's actually a correct definition of socialism. You cannot own
But you
something
know
that makes
he
stuff.
thinks
You just
people
own
should
the
have
stuff
capital.
you use. Personal versus private property. Personal property is the stuff you use. Private property is the stuff
Personal
that
property
you
is
don't
the stuff-
actually use.
Private property is the stuff.
And
It's
we
like-
I got another echo.
Yeah, I got rid of it.
Okay. Yeah. But this
Done
is
my
always.
end.
This is always the thing. It's like you cannot have personal property without private property. It's just like, oh god, is this like?
Oh, is that where he's going to go from there?
Well, that's the
Because I
person who
mean,
sent it to
you
me.
should be allowed to own toothbrushes and shoes. Absolutely. I mean, no
Unless you're
communist
British,
says you
in which
shouldn't
case
have
we don't
stuff.
need the toothbrushes,
Mhm.
No, we
Yeah.
should, I should
according to you lot.
In fact, communists say you should have champagne and caviar. You should have nice stuff.
Anyway, I want to continue this.
Keep this dipshit going.
Keep
I mean,
going.
So
the-
those
the-
things
look,
must be
he's-
owned by
he's doing
either
a good
the
job so
state
far.
or some kind of collective. And while we have ample examples of such a theory failing miserably when put into
No,
practice,
we fucking don't.
What? No. No. Oh.
We have examples of those being corralled, contained, and drowned by imperial capitalist white supremacist empires.
Yep.
Like you.
I said imperial twice there.
It doesn't matter.
Mhm. Hey.
We've had an overdose of imperialism. You're allowed to
Says the
double it
white
up.
guy from
Right.
England.
Right.
Yeah. Hey, I
Uh,
didn't claim I wasn't responsible.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's just like every time the socialism has been tried, it's been cooed by the USA or someone else as well.
Do you think Cuba is poor because they want to be poor? No, they've been embargoed by the U.S. for the past 70 fucking years.
Yes.
Jesus.
Yes.
The Iron Curtain wasn't the Soviet Union's idea.
Yes.
I mean, shit.
Yes, and I have many criticisms of the USSR, but at least Lenin said, "Do not put Joseph Stalin in charge." He warned his people of doing that as well too.
Yep.
And
And fucking China. China is a fucking powerhouse only because they have 1 billion people. but they have been embargoed since World War II. And now we're going to war with them because they're better than us.
I
mean, they're still state
you've
capitalist
invaded
bullshit.
Iraq first.
Yeah.
Yep,
Anyway,
yep.
so I
Keep
gotta
it going.
continue.
Oh, shit.
It's a really good theory. And maybe that's because there is some comfort in believing that if only the right people were in charge, and then all of us agree on a particular course of action, then we could focus our collective efforts on making all of our lives better. The problem is, we don't agree. And ultimately, any theory which subordinates your individual ideas...
No. There's no subordination. Fuck you.
Oh, it's just no. Oh God, this is like we are the board. You must be
so
assimilated.
if you say that any theory which subordinates your ideas or your goals to a collective, so in other words, you don't like democracy either.
Yeah. The point is that we want to get rid of subordination. We want to get rid of authority. That's what the left is the elimination of authority.
Yeah.
We can't have that.
No. Then who would be in charge?
Yeah, exactly.
He's describing capitalism.
Izzy, you want to say something?
Actually is.
Yeah, I just wanted to add, like he also thinks like everyone thinks the same as he does. Like
of course.
Yeah, of course. But the only way for society to exist is to be like what I think, and
yeah, he's like one of these people that likes to say that humanity has always been capitalist. It's like,
wait, if white people aren't in charge, that'll mean black people will be in charge of white people.
No, I mean capitalism is a 19th century, or at least like 19th century ideal. It's
actually
it's never been around since the beginning of human history.
Capitalism, I think, has been around since like the 1600s. You can argue
it developed over the course of the 14th, 15th, and 16th century and became full-fledged in the 17th.
You see what you're doing to me, geek? I've just had to roll another fag because of this idiot.
Dude, F-slur.
Mithril referring to a cigarette. That's what he's referring to. I'm not offended.
And he's going to use it to burn a witch. Siobhan, run away. You're a witch, right?
What? No.
Margaret Thatcher was long dead.
I'm not actually a witch. I'm a Celtic pagan, but there is a difference.
What I like to say, you're not a Christian.
I like to say to different people, I posted this on my Facebook too, is I've had a few, I used to be a former sex worker, and I've had a few people, when they come over to the house or whatever, where they will see I have there's Celtic shit all over my house. Okay. Yeah. She
means that literally.
I
she
have
poops
a little
on the
Armenian
walls.
and whatever else in there. But most of my ethnicity is as my grandmother would call it, fucking Irish. And so they'll see all this stuff, okay, and like I have Celtic tree this and whatever, yes. And they're like, "Oh, you're a Celtic pagan, huh?" And I say, "Yeah." And so, ha, do you worship leprechauns? And I'm like,
"No, I have sex with leprechauns."
I can show you one of my favorite pictures of the Morrigu.
Anyway, I'm going to continue.
All right, let's keep watching this dipshit.
God.
And that first problem is,
happy mommy,
who gets to decide the common good? Because you as an individual,
everyone.
We do. The common does. That's what the common is.
It's common good.
Outvoted or outmaneuvered politically when the time comes to draft the next 5-year plan.
We spent centuries doing this.
Is that it degrades our humanity and treats
no, that's capitalism. Fuck you.
But no, capitalism does that. Capitalism degrades
people. No, we spent fucking centuries living and treating the earth as common property and fucking managing it and living as fucking family. And then fucking capitalism came along and said no. Like fuck you. No. Capitalism. Fuck you. I hate this guy.
And yet
I want to punch him in the dick so hard.
Hello, Kay. What you walk into? Someone shared this video to me in the DM, and I just based on the title alone.
Sorry, Kane. You walked in on us yelling at a dipshit who's ascribing to capitalism. No, sorry, ascribing to communism everything that capitalism is.
Socialism.
Whoa. Empty shelves is capitalism? No. Empty shelves. Oh, God damn it. fucked it up.
But yeah, apparently a liberal wanted me to understand his view, so that's why he shared this video with me.
And we
but he
got
shared
the
it anyway.
Existential Cafe and Game Lounge. Hey, I've never seen that name before. Hi. And I don't recognize Kane either. Hi.
That's my other handle. I'm running in 2 YouTubes right now because I'm trying to.
Oh, you're the Existential. Oh, yep, the Existential Cafe. Yes.
I'm bipolar.
Now it's familiar. Now that you've triggered me.
Yes, but Kane's a good person. Kane does a viewer of like Leonard Quinn and like Nez, and like a viewer of mine as well too. And I met Kane through like Steve Shots.
Why are you even talking to liberals, geek?
Because I'm in Steve Shots asked away like a lot as well too. I agree. I don't know why I'm talking
that little flower in the corner of Geek's picture is the Scarlet Pimpernel because Geek is everywhere on the fucking internet.
They can't see that because like the cat photos are like covering it right now. But they'll see it once like it will stop sharing the screen, which is after this video and another video.
Oh, God, we got another 45 seconds.
Yes. Yeah, on this video, there's another video.
Oh, shit.
I'm not sure.
You're no longer an individual. You're simply a cog in the machine.
Oh, I have so much choice right now. I'm done causing that, geek. Oh my God! I have spent the last 3 fucking weeks killing myself to save up for a set of tires so I can keep doing my work. Oh shit! You are so free under capitalism. Jesus fucking Christ.
I found this video, that we're discussing here. I found it on channel. And I have this thing that I do where, my friends have seen this a lot of times, and when I say this, they're like, oh, shit, it's time to run. I say, let's parse this, and I will go line by line on this horse shit. And so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to watch the whole video again, and then I'm going to go.
It's only 2.5 minutes. We're going line by line.
Oh, no, you understand.
Oh, shit. Are you going to quote Marx and shit?
You're going your version of line by line.
We're reacting. We're just live.
I'm doing the angry white guy. Yeah. You're gonna be the angry white bitch.
I just didn't want to watch this alone. I wanted to share my misery with others.
Specific goal, which will be determined by someone other than you.
And we appreciate that so much.
Calls, in fact, for the forfeiture of human liberty to the point
where... my fucking God! Alexis de Tocqueville loved slavery! Fuck that motherfucker! He toured the American South and loved it! I mean, Jesus Christ! He said, oh my God, the indentured... not the indentured servitude, the perpetual servitude of the black people is a wonderful thing because that's perfect capitalism.
Yep. So the certain liberal who shared this video with me, this guy quoted a conservative philosopher. And so you tried to tell me that you're not right wing because you're liberal and stuff like that. You're not helping your case right now.
No. Fucking fuck Alexis.
You actually don't even need a government to implement real socialism. And so they reference anarcho-socialism.
Okay.
Oh, come on, boy. Bring it.
I don't.
It'll take a hell of a lot of work to get there. I admit it.
Yes.
I mean,
almost as much work to get UBI in the United States of America with our current system, honestly. But I don't know anyone that actually calls themselves anarcho-socialist or they're like anarcho-socialist.
Anarchism is anarcho-socialism, but
yes. Yeah.
I mean, the fact is, nobody thinks we can get, but it's like, oh, we can just do this. No.
But see, this is like when Donald Trump, during the campaign between him and Kamala Harris, he's walking across the stage, he's walking back and forth a little bit, talking to his cultists, his followers.
I wish I could punch him in the face.
He literally said Kamala Harris is a Marxist, socialist, democratic, no, it was a Marxist, communist, democratic, socialist.
Yep.
Yeah.
It is
fascist fucking language. That's what they do.
Know the difference. This is why he said direct quote, and I've even had people say to my face, he never said that. So and then I show him the video.
Yeah.
I love the poorly educated. That's an exact quote from him.
Fascists fuck language. They fuck dialogue. They do not come to the table with an honest intent to discuss anything.
If
No,
anybody
They just want
doesn't
violence,
like Trump,
destruction, and death.
if anybody
Or
doesn't
name-
like Trump,
or
they
even
should
just
read it.
name
If anybody
calling,
does
to be
like
honest.
Trump, they should read it and tell me why I can't conflate probably 80 to 90% of the shit that's happening now to 1984.
Yeah.
To
Trump
1944.
also literally said, don't believe what you see or hear.
Yeah.
I mean,
To
to be honest,
1944. I want to stress again, the first time the Nazis started systematically exterminating people was Action T4, which is when they started shuffling the disabled to Poland so they could murder them in mass.
Well, guys, that's why I just got my first gun.
Yeah.
Oh, whoa.
Yeah, wait, what's the
But let's we'll continue that after we finish both videos.
No,
Let's finish this
I
video.
actually, boo.
It's only got 20.
I want to put the video on pause and just talk to Isaiah about his gun.
Okay, well, I'll stop sharing for now. Okay, Isaiah, so-
Are you about to tell me that as a black guy I can't? No, I know.
No, I'm
not.
concerned about anyone owning a gun because guns mostly end up turning on their owners.
Here's where you and I are going to disagree 100%. Because now I'm not disagreeing with your statement. Guns mostly turn on their owners.
I mean, I do think he should be able to defend himself. I do think that he should be able to fight off the cops.
Well, okay.
At the same
See,
time,
here's the thing. Okay, I think it's a matter of degree, and I think I'm all for. I started hunting when I was 6. I got my first deer when I was 8.
You live in Wisconsin. He lives in Florida.
Firearms. I'm a redneck. Okay, but I think that not only do I agree with you that people should have the right to defend themselves, I also think that they should have the right to hunt if it's legal in their state and they do so and they follow the laws.
He lives in
My
not
problem is
Tallahassee.
when somebody has like the shooter that was in Las Vegas, when they got dozens of firearms and thousands of rounds of ammunition.
I'm not doing that.
No, that's not hunting.
Yeah.
Okay, there's one purpose alone.
I want to point out that Izzy doesn't live in upstate Wisconsin or Minnesota.
Oh no, I understand your point, but
I mean,
you know, if he's able to have self-defense means, whatever the laws are in each individual state, because they differ. Like here, you can start hunting when you're 10.
No.
Well,
I mean, for home defense, it shouldn't be a handgun. It should be a shotgun loaded with bird shot.
Why?
Because that'll hurt and scare someone. For
Isaiah,
communist reasons, you should have a rifle, not a handgun. But I will stop there.
There's no reason you can't have both.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I do have a friend who's going to help me learn. That's
good. That's good. You absolutely must.
Because I'm not advocating for people to just randomly, willy-nilly go out and just start buying all these firearms and have no idea how to use them.
No, that's the Republican position.
I friend who's going to.
But at the same time, as a mentally ill person, my position is that I will never own a gun.
And that's a valid point. I am
Isaiah,
multiple time terminal self-harm survivor, and there's been many times in my life that I shouldn't have had a gun. And so I understand your point right there, and that's why I don't currently have a firearm. I have other means of self-defense, but I don't currently have a firearm.
Also, I really, really want to hurt people right now, so I shouldn't own a gun.
I don't, okay, so like...
And I accept that.
I told a friend once that I fit a shooter profile. Because I grew up.
Well, you're to the left of Gerald Ford, therefore you're a danger to the U.S.
I grew up very familiar with firearms. I am been a loner all of my life. I hated flat out. I just hated everybody in school. I had like 4 friends throughout the entire high school. I was bullied a lot. So some of my bullies were teachers. And and I
so you're sounding an awful lot like a queer kid.
At that time, was untreated for and undiagnosed of bipolar disorder 2, chronic depression, my gender issues, etc. All that shit together, but it never once occurred to me to go to a school and take other people out.
Oh, so you're saying you're not a lone wolf or
I'm saying I fit every criteria for it except for that one. If I had a problem with people like that, I would take myself out. I wouldn't take them.
A single wild man.
Okay, so no, so like
but Isaiah, do take care, do learn, take a John Wick course.
Or find out if there's a local John Brown club or social radical association
or Red
like
Rifle, red pink rednecks.
Redneck Revolt.
Yeah,
that's what it is. Yeah.
Okay.
You about to?
No, that was what I was going to ask. Is there a local branch of the John Brown?
I don't know. I don't know here in.
Oh, they're almost certain. There probably is. It might take you a minute to get there now that you don't have a car.
There is actually a liberal gun club in Florida. That's the exact name of it. Liberal Gun Club in Florida. They have a Facebook page. They have a Facebook page. They have there are organizations like Operation Blazing Sword, A Girl and a Gun, Pem Patel Arms and Training, et cetera, et cetera. How far I have no idea where Florida is as far as like geography and stuff goes, other than Miami's in the south. So how far are you from Palm Bay?
I live in the capital.
Yeah, Tallahassee is up near the Panhandle.
So where is Palm Bay?
Palm Bay,
I do not know that one.
And me neither.
Because this is a shooting range in Palm Bay. But yeah, so you can pop it in, and there's stuff in Orlando, there's stuff all over the place. So Lakeland, whatever.
I mean, to be honest, I'm starting to wonder whether American leftists maybe do start to need arming themselves.
Oh, they absolutely do.
I agree.
The only reason I don't is because, as I said, I don't trust myself with the gun.
Right. And I have had the opportunity many times. My local Walmart sells all sorts of firearms. No pistol.
No, okay.
I mean, this is the weird thing. We had one school shooting in 86, 87, I think it was. A man used handguns, and within 6 months, handguns were banned in this country.
Yeah.
You guys have got a
Australia did something similar, and we have a school shooting every week. Every fucking week, we have a mass shooting at a school, and we don't do shit because our gun lobby is so fucking powerful.
I think you're doing the right thing. I really do. I think you're doing the right thing.
Yeah, I'm not like buying a whole arsenal, but I'm definitely like I've never considered the idea of owning a firearm up until like literally right now.
Yeah.
Then I think you're doing the right thing because right now you definitely need to have a gun. But at the same time, I think, given the way things are going, it shouldn't be a handgun. It should be
according to Google, there have been 139 shooting incidents so far
this year,
and 18 of those were school shootings.
I think the way to be an effective soldier is to have a rifle, not a handgun.
That's insane.
Well, I bought a handgun first to get familiar with the gun.
Sorry, I couldn't hear either of you. Izzy, let's let you speak first, and Ely, you'll pick up after.
No, I was saying I bought the handgun first to get myself familiar with guns, and then if I need to, I'll buy other stuff. Like if I, but I'm just getting.
Remember that a gun is a very, very intricate machine that requires care.
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't ever point it at anything you're not willing to shoot.
Yep. Remember that there's stuff behind it that you might miss. Ely.
I have such a hard time sort of getting my head around having handguns because it's just doesn't happen in this country. We don't have guns. We have like you can go and join like a rifle shooting place where you learn how to shoot a rifle, and you have like hunting rifles if you go hunting. But handguns are so rare in Denmark.
Yeah,
it's like
the U.S. is full of cowboy dipshits.
I have such a hard time getting my head around having a gun.
Yeah,
I mean, in the UK, it's mostly shotguns. 12 bore shotguns, and they're for either
that's
game
for
shooting.
farmers, right? Ostensibly.
Yeah, because that's most of the people, and even sports shooters use shotguns because most shooting.
Well, because they're going for birds, right?
Yeah, because we don't have. I mean, there is stalking, which is the province of the very rich, where you're taken onto a Scottish moor, given a rifle with
and then
a
Dick Cheney
sight
shoots an
on
old
it,
man in the face.
and a Scottish ghillie who's been doing this for 300 years points you in exactly the right direction to be able to shoot a stag. But you have to be very rich. But the majority of shooting in the UK is bird game shooting or clay pigeon shooting, which I think you call skeet, is it, in the US?
Yeah, it's called skeet shooting, yeah. But clay pigeon is also used
I have actually gone skeet shooting.
I've done
shortly
it. It's
before
brilliant.
my brother's wedding.
I did it, and I fucking loved it. I really did enjoy it. You know.
That's another person in the background that's not a baby.
Yeah, that's my daughter.
The US,
Isaiah, you raise your hand. You were very polite. Isaiah, sorry, Siobhan, I'm going to cut you off so Izzy can say his piece.
I was just going to say, because I think at the beginning of the show we were asking what everyone else was doing with their lives. I was going to say, I'm saying, there's work. I'm working, but I'm still thinking about my future. I'm wondering about, should I go to school for creative writing?
Oh,
and then it's like, I just got done watching Twister, and I'm like, I wish I could be a storm chaser.
Oh, that's right.
This is why I'm an actor.
Follow your bliss.
Isaiah, for creative writing, what is your goal with that?
You are so ADHD, mate. You are really are.
Honestly, I think you would be a really good storm
Siobhan,
chaser if you could actually get a job doing that. I don't know if there's a career in that. Like that seems like a 1 in 1,000 kind of dude.
Well, nothing you like has a career, but getting Siobhan's point, I did a film school, like an online film school during COVID, and I got my certificate in video production. So I got that.
Cool.
So I was thinking about somehow combining this with whatever that is.
You could be the camera guy of a Twister chaser. That would
that would be cool.
Well, I've done video production work with people before.
I mean that is a viable thing you could do. You should, just from what you've done. I think you should basically. I'm not saying you should sell your apartment and live out of your car, but that is a
Hollywood
path.
That's a Hollywood writer.
And I applied for a job with a company of cobblers.
You know what I was thinking?
Wait, did you say cobblers?
Yes.
You followed shoemakers?
Well, they're not actual formal shoe. They're more shoe repairers, key cutters, and various other things. They're up and down the country, all over.
Oh my God, you followed gypsies?
You know what I was thinking? Yeah. I was thinking because
seriously, actually, at the point, I think you could actually do that.
Yeah, well, I was also thinking too, like there's like magazine for different lifestyles, right? I've never seen a magazine for like autistic people. So what if I
because we can't even wipe our own asses. We'll never contribute to society.
We don't have to pay taxes. So.
Especially if you're male.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, some men don't want to touch their butts or wipe their asses because they'd be gay, of course.
Is it gay to have a wife? It's gay to have a
Apparently.
wife. It's gay to have children. It looks like Siobhan is trying to raise her hand.
Woman.
Siobhan, yeah, go ahead.
Okay, this is for Isaiah. And the reason I asked you about what your goal was is I'm not saying I'm perfect, but I have 3 years and 1 semester of a BA in English.
Okay.
Awesome.
And I had a 3.96 GPA.
Nice.
And tutored a lot of people. And I do a lot of, like, when my boyfriend at the time, he would write 70 to 80-page movie scripts, and I proofread those as well as editing other people's stuff. So if you ever want anything in that genre or whatever, somebody help editing or whatever, I ain't gonna charge you shit. I'll do it for you for free.
I'm currently right now writing a screenplay for this movie called Hydrilla, which is about carnivorous aquatic plants. So I'm doing.
That's awesome.
Oh, buddy, you were born in the wrong century. That is a 70s bullshit movie.
That is so awesome.
I love it so much.
What software are you using? If you're using
thinking
software,
about writing a Star Trek show based on the ship that I just made. Where
No.
If you're using software,
Izzy, shut up and put that Star Trek ship in those aquatic planes. Write an episode. That is not a movie. That is a Star Trek episode. That is a strange new worlds episode. Trust me, you don't want an hour and a half of aquatic angry plants. You want 45 minutes of aquatic angry plants.
So the movie is about basically a toxic spill here in North Florida, which
oh my God, that's just North Florida.
And they attack people. It's hydrilla, because hydrilla is an actual plant. It's an invasive plant that. Yeah.
I've heard of it.
That's brilliant, mate. I love that.
If you haven't done it already, Isaiah, let me recommend software to you. It's called Celtics. It's not just because I'm a Celt, but it's called Celtics, and it's spelled CELTX, and it's cross-platform, so it's Windows, Mac, and Linux. All right. It's a free actual script writing software.
Oh, okay.
Have you ever heard of UmiScript, Siobhan?
UmiScript?
Yes. So
I haven't.
I'm currently using that to write. Because my film school let us use that software, so that's the one I'm using to type up my story. I also have some composition books, those black and white composition books where I write where I'm gonna start writing little paragraphs to get my thoughts out, to get my So
cool.
Yeah, I got ADHD, I guess, because I
yes, nothing wrong with that as well too. Nothing wrong with that.
But yet autistic people don't contribute to society, even though I just gave.
No, we can't even wipe our own butts. My butt is so sticky with poop right now. You have no idea. It's itchy.
I call ADHD my butterfly mind, because it flits from place to place.
Yeah. Oh.
I'm not autistic, despite the fact that I have 7 trains at my house, 12 clocks, and 11 plushies, which are all named. 11 plushies, which are all named.
Of course. Well, if you got to have plushies, they gotta have a name.
They have to have names, because obviously David, Kevin, and Andrew would be lonely.
Right.
Do we want to continue watching the video that I was shared to?
Oh shit, we were doing a thing.
So do we all have ADHD?
We could do the last 30 seconds.
Pretty much.
Yes, pretty much.
I know some of us do.
All right,
let's do it.
But I'm sharing my screen again.
Oh my God, douche thumb.
His face is so punchable.
Yes, it is.
He is a thumb that is meant to cleanse a vagina and won't.
And also, there's another video. It's only 3 minutes long, but there's another video along the same lines. But let's find out about the narco-socialism.
Oh yeah. Let's
All right, before you do that, can you pause it for a second?
Yeah.
Before you do that, I'm gonna leave. I gotta do my movie thing a little
get
bit.
ready. Get ready. You go do your thing.
Everybody
go watch Siobhan's thing.
It's on my Discord, it's on my Facebook, it's whatever. So y'all can go check all that shit out. Where the fuck is my? It's the thing on the thing.
He sounds fucking Irish sometimes. Fuck.
Shiv.
There's me. You should. You're sure about that? You want? Bye. Let's see. He said, "Me. You sure about that? You want them to prove you wrong? Vomits out encyclopedia of like a magical girl knowledge. Yes. You are not PhD artistic. You're just a magical girl expert. Anyway,
I will never be a magical girl, but I will worship at the altar of magical girls."
Okay, anarcho-socialism. What the hell is that?
Voluntary action. But this has already been tried hundreds of times across the United States.
What?
And you can find out how they turned out.
You can click right there and learn how the police and the military murdered people en masse.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
oh my god! It's almost like every single fucking. The reason the United States exists is because people tried to do shit and the oligarchs got upset. The reason the U.S. Constitution was put in place is because, what's it called? Articles of Confederacy. Under the Articles of Confederacy, people were allowed to do shit, and they did shit, and the rich people got upset, and that's why we have the fucking Constitution.
Jesus wept. These people are unbearable.
This is the
Has socialism let you down?
Oh, you started over.
What? No, it hasn't.
He has no beard. He got a beard.
Oh no, that's the new video. Okay,
it's a new video.
He kind of look like Rob Lowe. He looks like.
He looks even more like a thumb.
Yeah,
he's thumb guy.
Okay.
He's thumb with hair.
Yeah, has socialism let you down?
Taken your business, put your family in a gulag, or maybe left your country in
What
tatters?
the
Don't worry, because from what I've been
Jesus
told,
Christ, capitalism has more people in prisons than we are literally shipping people off to El Salvador's shit fucking prisons right now.
Oh my fucking Christ, this guy.
This was 3 years ago, so but still.
Okay, he didn't know that we would be shipping people off to El Salvador, but we still had the most people in prison per capita at the fucking time. We are a slave state. That's what our prison system is.
And yeah, families were put in like concentration camps for just trying to cross the border. So
yeah, well, that fucking shit. That was fucking Trump. Yes, and fucking Biden and fucking Joe Arpaio.
Yes.
Jesus Christ.
But that's only socialism, which again is only USSR he's pointing to, and just like one example.
No, only the. I
Well, that's what the certain liberal also believes that shared this video with me. But anyway,
that probably wasn't real socialism. But do we know if that's true? We know that.
No, I want to punch him in the dick so hard, so many times.
Society. So the question is, why hasn't it worked? Or why, when it fails, are we told that wasn't real socialism? But to get to the bottom of this, let's try to define our terms. Karl Marx wrote of a socialist society with the anthem of "from each according to their ability and to each according to their needs."
Duh.
That's communism. But still, anyway.
We do what we can to help our family because we're good people.
Yes, and that's the thing too. I say that like that kind of like communism, from each according to their needs and to each according to their ability, it's just like basic human nature. We help each other out.
We do that all the fucking time.
If you have ever helped your neighbor, there you go. You did a communism there. Anyway.
To achieve this, Marx demanded the abolition of the private ownership of the means of production.
Yes, we want that.
Whether your socialism is democratic, revolutionary, utopian, market, authoritarian...
And don't define any fucking piece of it.
Yes.
Just end with authoritarian and leave it at that.
Yeah, it's just like, okay, buddy.
That's like my dad saying every single kind of socialism is fucking Stalinism. My dad's a fucking useful idiot.
That socialism is down. I don't know. Jerkface never lied in one and before, but like heartless people like you. Yeah, I agree, George Pete. Yes.
that the means of production cannot be owned privately like it is in free market economies. So the question is...
I argue if we are in a free market economy, but like...
No, you're not in a free market economy. Oh my... Jeez,
there's no such thing as a free market economy. It always
No,
requires the government to maintain it.
Yes. Anyway,
you want to transition your current society into a real socialist one? How would you go about doing
really?
That?
Fucking quote marks?
Presumably, not everyone is going to be keen to hand over their property for this experiment, so you will require a legal apparatus to confiscate.
Oh my God! Suck my goddamn anus! God, I'm walking away.
So if we hear John Brockman yelling from the other room, we know why. Because I'm
yelling from the other room.
I want to like go into that, and maybe I'll later on my stream just like do the Shaban thing and go along through these videos like one line by line and some things, and I will explain how I would like to like see this sort of thing too. But also I will like make this distinction if like no, people do not have to give up their homes. That's their personal property. If they use it, there you go. If like they're renting out those homes, those renters get that home. That's like how I use it. The people using homes get to like still use those homes. Yes, there you go.
He's from the
God, why?
What?
He's from the Tony Robbins. Is it Tony Robbins School of Motivational Speaking or whatever the fuck they're called?
He looks like Tony Robinson. Yes, honestly, yeah.
Yeah.
To do this, since that's the institution that can use aggressive force legally. Now, proponents of real
whoa. What? I agree. That's not what the government does. Is because the state is like the organization that has the monopoly on like sanctioned violence, and that's my problem with it.
Now proponents of real socialism in quotes. I'm guessing that this is not a Google transcription. This is his transcription. Because Google would not have put quotes around real socialism.
No.
Yeah, we're all suffering with me.
May argue that once you have a sufficiently socialist and egalitarian society, this sort of government action will no longer be required, or at least it'll be significantly limited. The problem is that never seems to happen. Because
it always fucking happens. Violence fucking goddamn motherfucker piece of shit.
I think you might have broken, John.
I have. I'm enjoying this. I'm enjoying the suffering of my friend. Yeah, I agree.
God.
Like he's probably the more
blah, 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 blah. I'm coming back in. God damn it.
Have you got blood pressure pills, John?
He will now.
I have to stay in my chair because otherwise,
You're now a series of cat noises now.
That's why I have a Catboy avatar. God damn it.
I agree, Ely. He's even more annoying Matt Walsh. He hasn't said anything about transitions yet.
Oh, Matt Walsh. Oh my God. What I would. No, I'm going to stop there because I would. My fantasies involving Matt Walsh would get the FBI on us.
Yes, exactly. But anyway, let's see what he has a problem with, like how real socialism has never been tried.
It turns out the government power that was required to do all the confiscating and redistributing is now required to maintain the socialist order. Politically, socially, and economically.
Well, that's what the government is doing with capitalism right now.
That's what government is for, you piece of shit. That's all government is for. It maintains the fucking order. Jesus Christ.
What do you think government is if the government is not doing those sort of things?
What does it? Yeah, exactly.
Well,
Holy shit, this guy's a fucking dumbass.
Well,
oh my God, the socialists are going to come in and do socialism. What, the capitalists are going to come in and do not capitalism?
Well, they only want a government that works for them. They don't want one that works for everyone else. That's
from the mouths of babes. Mm-hmm. Isaiah is the youngest person in this podcast, just so you know.
I'll continue.
He's not even 30.
Wait,
you're like
28?
No, Isaiah, you mute yourself.
I'm 33.
Oh, okay. Shit. I kind of feel like an asshole, but not too much because you're so young.
You're young. It's a compliment. They say you're young looking.
Thank you. Well, did you guys see the picture I posted?
Back in a minute.
Of me in studio outfit, me at work.
Yeah.
I did not. If you posted a picture, I didn't see it.
It was on Facebook. I did see his him posted his photo.
I haven't been on Facebook in a while because I have been dying.
Yes. So you've been killing yourself because of capitalism as well too. But yet apparently capitalism is not killing my friends, as I was told by a certain liberal who shared me this videos. Anyway.
Application of force. In a socialist-run economy, trains still need to run on time.
Thomas the Tank
Engine? That was Thomas. That was fucking England. That was fucking capitalism.
When someone doesn't pull their weight, there must be punishment. And so the powerful government doesn't.
Oh, you mean like falling through the cracks and ending up homeless, dying in the streets?
Yet this is from the same rebel that will say to me that anarchists do not believe in responsibility. And yet, like, this is the guy who, like, this guy is it says, like, oh, if you're not pulling your own weight, then you'll be punished as well, too, which is also apparently what needs to happen in this capitalist society of, like, the USA right now as well, too. Because, like, if you're not pulling your own weight, it's like, this is a liberal that believes in mean testing of, like, UBI. No, I had to pull TF out of him to, like, get him to admit that.
I want to give him the Ebola.
And I'm back.
Is okay. Well, welcome back to this madness.
You just narrowly avoided participating in a war crime.
I've just pulled the Calvados out to stick in my tea because it's made me so cross.
Yes, I agree, Lucy. If there's anyone that doesn't believe in like taking responsibilities to the capitalists and the rich and holy shit, yeah, I agree.
Yep, 100%.
All right, press and play.
Now, there are examples of peaceful attempts at socialism.
Right
here in the good old capitalist United States of America, many people attempted to set that ran off the principles of socialism and communal property.
And then they got attacked by the cops.
Rights in the United States, you can establish a commune, you can run a commune, you can join a commune. You just can't force other people to join with you. And over 30 of such communes were founded on the ideas of utopian socialist Charles Fourier.
Shit.
A few years. Not because the U.S. government came in and cracked them down for being socialist. They failed because people chose to leave. So with
Okay, do you know something about this, I'm guessing? Do you know anything about...
just looking forward. I am casting forward into time. The U.S., the cops, the troops, the military surrounded, blockaded, and prevented food from coming in. And then they starved until they gave in, is my guess. Because otherwise, the alternative is Waco, in which the fucking feds went in guns a-blazing and then killed them all.
Yeah.
Did the government do it, or did Dave Koresh burn the place down?
The Dave Koresh was a dipshit and a weirdo freak, and because white men love to have sex with all the people in their power. But the feds definitely set the compound on fire.
I know with Ruby Ridge, I know people say that they overreacted with that one too.
I don't remember Ruby Ridge.
Ruby Ridge. Anytime you have a weirdo freak commune cult is just a dude with too much power raping people. When it catches on fire, it's the government lighting it on fire.
Yeah, and I agree. Ely, this guy is such a tool. It's the definition of tool.
Yeah.
Are generally free to set up socialist-style communes in free countries.
Tool is useful.
But capitalists will be violently oppressed.
Venezuela. Well, what about the Vuvuzela? Oh, fucking shit, Vuvuzela. They have been subjected to the same goddamn embargo bullshit as Cuba and China and fucking Vietnam.
And pissing the food that was going to give to like poor hungry children. Yeah, exactly. That's also happened too. Yep. All right, continue.
The countries successfully implementing that real socialism we keep hearing about is not because but because its over-reliance on violence and coercion produces
violence and coercion. What the fuck are cops for?
Salvador Allende, you.
Oh shit. I love the fact that I, as an American, immediately leaped on violence against Americans, and that Mithril, the bootlicking pig from England, immediately leaped on the bootlicking violence of England overseas.
What?
The Salvador Allende.
He was brought down by you fuckers, the CIA.
We learned it by watching you, Dad.
Okay, yeah, well, that's probably true, actually. Yeah.
Shit.
We picked up from what the UK left behind. We picked up from what England left behind.
Yeah,
Anyway.
I don't think we ever conquered South America.
Nope. that was our area. It's America's in the name.
Monroe Doctrine.
Yeah. All right.
Manifest Destiny was equal to eugenics is equal to Zionism.
Yes. All right. Finishing this video.
Poor economic results, but socially unbearable ones. How socially unbearable?
Like
well, you can watch this video here. Will you learn the story?
Okay. No.
Okay, it's oh my god. Oh shit! Stick with a picker. Honestly, Geek, you could probably bring us a 2.5-minute video every week, and that would cover the full 3 hours.
I'm not gonna seek out any more of like videos like that. I just like I was sharing.
Well, you're not gonna seek out any of those. You're still talking with what's his name, Joe from Steve Shive Streams.
Oh no! I don't talk to like Serious Mind on like no on like no. This is Kirok I'm talking to.
Oh, that's even worse.
Why it's just
yeah. Yes, Kirok wants me to understand his point of view, so he shared those videos with me.
Because
Kirok is me at my worst, but capitalist.
Hey, what was that, Joey?
Because you can't understand the systems that we live under currently?
I guess because like anarchists do not believe in responsibility or how or like socialism is wrong or it's not capitalism killing my friends. So it's just like now my whole existence is just to piss off Kirok essentially because I can't get rid of him.
So long as I don't have to interact with him.
Yeah, it's like he has stopped drinking though, so that's a good thing.
That is good.
And he also has realized that he did actually have a problem because like he just like one beer, how much one beer would hurt? One beer turned to 3, and he was very belligerent on another
One
show.
beer comes in 10, 12 cans.
Yeah. Oh yeah, exactly. And then he was like he was beard on as a patron of like this like show the Buffy the Vampire Slayer show, and then like
he says understanding Kirok's point of view is impossible. It isn't based on reason.
Yeah, I agree, Kane, in most parts as well too.
I don't know who Kane is. I agree.
No, Kane is cool. No, Kane's the viewer of mine, viewers of LQs, viewers of NAS, and a viewer.
Oh, you can't see me waving because I'm a dipshit.
You're a cat boy, yeah. Also a viewer of C Shy, so that's how I met Kane. But Kane is cool.
And like I said, the Greek geek is the Brandon Pimpernel.
The Scarlet Pimpernel,
Scarlet.
Yes. Mm-hmm. I'm everywhere as well too. So like, yeah. But yeah, it's like I didn't want to
watch the Blackadder the Third with the Scarlet Pimple.
Oh yeah, I did see that episode.
The Scarlet I don't want to hear about it. Oh, actually, I do because it's British.
I can't remember. Is Rowan Atkinson a dipshit or not?
Yes.
No. He hasn't been so far as I know.
Yes, he has.
He has been
He was pro Brexit.
Okay, yeah, there we go.
I thought being quiet was a good thing, but it's not. It turns out he has the British face.
If I remember rightly, anyway, the ones out of that lot who turned out best were Rick Mail and Adrian Edmondson. Rick Mail sadly died, and Adrian Edmondson is still pretty sound, actually. He's pretty good.
Yeah.
I don't know those names, but I'll assume that they were icons of British comedy.
If you watched the young ones, you would know who they were. And Rick Mail also played Flashman in the Blackadders.
Oh, okay.
Blackadder's I recognize because Bean Face was in it.
Rowan Atkinson. Yeah, Rowan Atkinson was in those.
It's weird. Everybody knows him for Mr. Bean, and yet I'm like, no. I never watched. I didn't like Mr. Bean at all.
Yeah, never liked Mr.
But
Bean.
I loved Blackadder.
Blackadder's awesome.
And the young ones was cool.
But no, Blackadder's like good classic British comedy as well too, and the thing is like Blackadder, he's a big idiot, but because like all the other people around him are like even bigger idiots, he thinks he's the smartest person that there is in the room as well too.
No, he gets smarter as he goes on. I mean,
so he's a white guy.
He really is.
Yes,
he really is stupid. But the second one slightly better. The third one he's a bit smarter because he's the butler. And he actually doesn't. He does know more than Prince George does. And in the final one, in the World War one, he's got a lot. His smart. His vision of the war is very clear. You know, it's It's a
so
weird
he has
one.
His penis very firmly in hand.
It's brilliantly funny, but astonishingly poignant at the same time. You know.
Yeah.
In the first season, it's actually Baldrick that is the smart one.
Yes, Baldrick gets the smart one. Paul Robinson.
The first season is effective. Tony Robinson, and he's turned out to be fucking awful as well.
Why does he sound like a guy who sells sports shoes?
There's also like a motivational speaker for Tony Robinson as well too.
There it is.
Oh yeah. Because he probably would be if he could. He's on New Labour. He's a New Labourite. He's a
that's Tony Robbins I'm thinking of.
So the anti-Semitic will kill Corbinson. What's there was a Corbin's Corbin.
Corbin.
Anti-Semitic labor.
Yeah. Except they weren't. Old Labour, Jeremy Corbyn's Labour, the media consistently portrayed them as anti-Semitic when they really weren't. You know, there were a few in there, but they were anti-Zionist, quite a lot of them, but they weren't anti-Semitic, which is different.
Yep. So what else has happened as well too? Because we still got like
J.D. Vance killed the Pope.
Yes, and again, we got a new Pope, Chicago Pope. Who's and
no, we love the faggots. They're really good, the faggots, so long as they don't do the faggot stuff.
Really,
the UK,
really,
the UK Supreme Court came down in favour of turfdom.
Yes.
And
no, they ruled in favor of JK.
It's such bullshit.
But it looks like it's going to the European Court of Human Rights. So I suspect it will be overturned there. And
does UK still respect the?
Yeah. The right wing is including the Labour Party, which are now sadly right wing, are desperate to escape the confines of the European Court on Human Rights. But
it's almost like they're willing to exit that. Yeah. Izzy, you got something to say?
No, I was gonna ask. So while you guys were talking, I was writing a little bit of my Star Trek story. Do you guys
okay?
Oh,
sure, yeah.
Oh, go ahead.
Okay. It's not a lot, but it's something. Okay. The wispy, thin dust fingers of the Orion Nebula gracefully tickle the egg blue engineering hull and white nacelle pylons of the Ambassador-class starship USS Ishtar, traveling at Yes?
I want to stop you there. That sounds like creepy. It sounds like you're You're focusing on the ship in a way that is.
Yeah, I'm not sure about tickling.
The ship isn't person. It's okay to focus on the ship. It is, but you're doing it.
But anyway, continue.
Carry on. Don't sit there saying note.
Keep going. Yeah. Yep. Keep going. Keep reading.
Traveling at a downward angle into a deeper part of a massive interstellar dust cloud.
Okay.
Bring us forward. Z-axis 20 degrees, Captain Aquila said.
What are you doing? Sorry.
The helmsman,
I wasn't.
on the dark console face, officer eased up a knob. Beside it, a multicolored collection of square indicator lights flashed to life. Deep red for all stop to hot pink for full impulse. Besides that, an electronic flowchart displaying the fusion energy coming from the reactors to the main impulse drive was shown. And at the foremost front of it was the warp drive control stick. So I'm still ironing out some stuff, but that's kind of what I got.
Are you working on a novel or a film or what?
Just jotting stuff down.
I mean, like what genre or medium? What medium are we working on?
This is like Star Trek fan fiction.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, so it's gonna be okay. It's text. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So the level of detail is good for text.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree.
I would leave out the titillating stuff.
Well, it's not. It's not really. You guys were looking at it from a different angle.
It's only John Brockman is looking at it from that way.
I mean, I'm not the only person who's gonna look at this and see porn. But,
okay, but like, some people just love their ships.
I'm weird. I'm weird.
Well, no, it's basically describing the dust cloud moving in between the ship. That's
no, I get that.
No, it makes sense to me.
But be a little bit less sensual about it. Is what I'm saying.
What are you saying, Ely?
I was just asking John Brockman if you ever read the novelization of the newer Star Trek movies.
I have not. Are they also porny?
Where Captain Kirk looks at the Enterprise in a certain way.
Oh no!
I mean, I have not read those, and I'm not surprised by those because. Honestly, that is not a new thing. Captain Kirk treating the Enterprise as a woman he wants to fuck is as old as Captain
That's Scott.
Oh, it's definitely Kirk.
Yeah. Yeah, Scotty just loves the ship and stuff like that, but doesn't want to fuck the ship.
Yeah. Scotty wants to take care of his baby. Kirk wants to fuck his baby. Let me tell you this, Izzy. I will say that your writing is evocative. It evokes.
Or you read it like that.
Definitely got the emotion going on.
Yes.
I'm just not sure if you want people to fuck the Enterprise.
Ishtar, the Ishtar drum.
The Ishtar, yes.
The Ishtar, yeah.
Is I don't know, but like no, Isaiah from the chat. Owen McDonald's in the live chat. Hello, Owen. He kind of like, well, he says like write full chapter episode segments and then like post it in Discord so we can like get a full idea as well too. But there's also said there's no wrong way to write as well too. Kane also says the fancy posture is like great if you're writing a novel. Solid description are better for like a screenplay as well too. So just like a constructive criticism as well too. But I don't think they hate it as well too.
Honestly, it was. It reminds me of a lot of the stuff I've read.
Yes.
and I read it. I enjoyed it. Just don't make him fuck a boat.
Well, so this basically from so I'm writing the story. It takes place in the Wrath of Khan era, but well, like with the uniforms,
Okay.
not in that.
I will assume you know what the hell you know what I'm talking about the uniforms. I don't know.
I don't know what you were trying to say there either, John Brockman. Honestly, it's a word salad there.
I don't know anything about the uniforms.
You haven't seen Wrath of Khan?
I have seen Kirk screaming Khan, and
so you have not seen Star Trek II: Wrath of Khan?
The inside of a bowl going all greeny. I think I might have seen Wrath of Khan.
It's a good movie, honestly. But anyway, we now hit the 90-minute mark. We made a show. We did a show.
Oh, hey, look at that. I was awake the entire time.
Yes, you were. So our friend Shaban was like with us is now in like her like Discord for like watching the movie. I don't have a link to the Discord. It's because like anyone that like wants a link to that Discord, I'll probably like hit Shaban for that link as well too, so that like you can also like watch movies like with her as she's about to show. I think like one of the Underworld movies,
Constantine.
Oh yeah, that's right. It's Constantine now. You're going to watch the like Keanu Reeves classic comic book movie Constantine.
Honestly, it was a good take.
Yeah, no, it's like I did like that movie. But anyway, also like Shaban also is the Angry Red Speaks on YouTube. There's the link to the YouTube channel. There's also the link to like Angry Red Speaks on Blue Sky. But Shaban also has a second channel, the Existential Cafe and Gaming channel. That's where like she will just like play games on there as well too, as well as like on her Twitch channel. Make sure to copy it correctly there as well too. And as the Existential Cafe is also a comic that I should also read as well too, because I said to her that I do read her comics well too. A bunch of like the religious figures and deities that'll just like hang around as well too. And yes, I need to watch The Lost Boys. I have not seen The Lost Boys. I probably am depriving myself of the like amazing joy that I would have by not seeing The Lost Boys as well too. Yes, I gotta get on that as well too. But no guarantees when I'll get to that as well too. I don't know, maybe. Well, not doing anything tonight, but we'll see. Okay, and like, Isaiah Taylor, you have like an Instagram, Galactic Cosplay Crafts. Yeah, I bet you were like posting like your photos of like the ships that you built or the cosplay you have on your Instagram, right?
I do, and I also am going to be building my first kit to sell, maybe in a couple weeks. So again, alluding to the ADHD. So I am.
Well, you were always doing that as well too.
I am writing. I am writing a movie. I'm writing random thoughts in my head, and I'm working on a small little business.
Yes. In Ely, you have a cat account on Blue Sky.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I also just set up a Ko-Fi for that, where I do doodles for like it's just like it's like quick drawings for a little bit of like money.
Oh, they're cool.
Oh, yeah. Nice.
They're nice.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
that's cool. I love it.
Yeah, it's just like if you want something doodled, it's like the price is like really low. It's like $1 or something.
Nice. Nice. That's amazing, awesome, and like I'm Sunray Geek on like all the places on like Twitch and YouTube, and I'll be streaming probably some Fortnite since it's Star Wars season. I like to come up with something like clever titles that are references to like Star Wars lines. Like I'm gonna reuse this like line, "You scruffy looking nerf herder." Who's scruffy looking? But anyway, also. Yes, but also, why do I just like instantly responded to that as well too? I am also like Summer Geek on Mastodon. I have Mastodon account. I reactivated Mastodon account, so you can find me on Mastodon as well as Tumblr, Threads, Blue Sky, Twitter, and like you can find Jonathan Scott on Facebook if you want. You can DM me that if you want to like find me on Facebook if you're ever on Facebook. Isaiah, you have your hand up, so like
So question, Geek. So Neko, right?
I interact with Nekonomicon
the
a lot.
weather girl. Yes.
Yes. I was just saying I like her avatar she uses, and her avatar is like the basis for the captain of my ship. So.
Interesting.
Shit.
Yeah.
So she's the
that's
the
a
captain's the
wonderful
cat
crossover.
girl.
Neko Yamakan is the captain of the Ishtar?
Yes.
It's Captain Aquila, but Captain Aquila looks like Neko's avatar.
I see. So long black hair and like cat ears as well too. Yes.
Is she an actual cat girl on the Ishtar?
Well, yeah.
Nice. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it.
Well, yeah, because it's Starfleet, infinite diversity, infinite combination.
Yeah. And there's been like cat species on like Star Trek before in like the animated series as well.
Yeah, and also in Star Trek 4 at the main, there was they had a big enough budget to actually do more to do more, aliens, I guess.
Actually, that was in Star Trek 5 with the cat lady with like I think she happened to have 3 boobs as well too, because it was like a William Shatner written script and directed movie.
Actually, Star Trek 5 a couple of days ago.
Yeah, Star Trek 5 is quite interesting. Anyway, John Bruntman, you're part of another podcast, aren't you?
Dungeons and Debacles. I don't think we've posted in 10 years.
Well, you can still listen to the old episode, so if that's the case, I can stop promoting it as well too. Or
I'll talk to Kevin, see if we're still actually posting shit.
Okay,
it'll be a couple hours. We're recording a new episode in. Oh, it looks like we're all in, according to 3 of us.
All right then. There may be more like Dungeons and Debacles, but like check out the old show because like why not as well too? Because like you can always listen to the backlog as well too. And that's it, everyone. Don't forget the charity links on page in the description as well too.
And I want to say that we'll be doing another Patreon show next week because I was a dipshit last week.
Yes. Well, we also missed 3 shows in a row as well too. But yeah. So yeah. Don't forget to practice self-care.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, everyone.
Take care, everyone.
Hydrate and medicate.
Hydrate and medicate.